Hello, my dear lovely people. Welcome to Coded TV, where stories come alive, and wisdom from the past guides us into the future. Today, we invite you to embark on a journey that blends the rich tapestry of African folklore with the challenges of modern life. Sit back, relax, and let us learn from the story of Esther, a brave young woman from Lagos who faced incredible adversity and now stands at a crossroads. Let's dive into this story and explore the lessons it holds for us all. The day began like any other. In life, misfortune often strikes like a thief in the night, unannounced and uninvited. Esther's family, once full of joy and laughter, had just finished their dinner and gathered around the TV to watch their favorite series. Suddenly, the serenity was shattered by the sound of a break-in, echoing through the walls like a storm. Before they could say a word, 6 heavily armed men burst into their living room. Without hesitation, the leader fired 4 shots at Esther's father, ensuring his immediate demise. As the African proverb goes, "Pretend you are dead and you will see who really loves you." In an instant, their lives were irrevocably changed, like a tree struck by lightning, and not a single help is in sight. In the ensuing chaos, Esther and her younger siblings were paralyzed by fear, like deer caught in headlights. The family was gripped by terror and anguish as the intruders ransacked their home, taking whatever valuables they could find. After a while, the leader of the group seized Esther's mother, dragging her away from the children. She resisted, but his anger was like a wildfire. He shot her in the stomach. The room erupted into a symphony of tears and cries, as their mother lay writhing in pain. The men left, leaving behind a shattered family and a house stripped of its warmth. As the saying goes, when a tree falls on another, one must start with the topmost trees. Their world had been turned upside down. The loss was profound and devastating. Their father was gone, and their mother, after weeks of battling for her life in the hospital, departed this sinful world, leaving Esther with the heavy burden of caring for her 2 younger siblings. David, a 12-year-old boy in Genesis 1, and Hoda, the baby of the family, just 5 years old, looked up to Esther with eyes full of fear and hope. The road ahead was steep and rocky, yet Esther embraced it with the courage of a lioness. Adulthood had arrived at her doorstep, uninvited and demanding, like a harsh sun in the desert. Esther, bold and determined, took on the mantle of responsibility, working various menial jobs to provide for her siblings. The toil was relentless and exhausting, draining her strength like water from a cracked pot. But when men began making advances on her, she realized her beauty was a currency more potent than any labor she could perform. With the wisdom of a village elder, she considered her options and made the difficult choice to enter the world of prostitution as a means of survival. As the saying goes, when a bird's nest falls from a tree, no one knows if the eggs will break. At 15, Esther was already a striking figure, standing 5 feet 9 inches with a curvy shape and a complexion like the morning sun. Her decision was a dance with the devil, but it was a dance she chose to save her family. For a decade, Esther navigated the streets of Lagos, gathering the funds needed to build a new life. She eventually opened a grocery store in the heart of the city, a beacon of her resilience and resourcefulness. By the age of 30, she had transformed her life and provided for her siblings, who now thrived under her care. David had graduated and secured a job with a tech firm, while Harda was in her second year at university. Esther had turned the bitter lemons life gave her into sweet lemonade. A Ghanaian proverb reminds us, "It is not the cook's fault when the cassava turns out to be hard and tasteless." Can we indeed blame her for the route she took? Esther found herself in a serious relationship with Thompson, a man whose love seemed genuine and true. Like a river meeting the sea, their connection was natural and profound. Wanting to start their journey on a foundation of honesty, Esther shared her past with him, laying her soul bare like an open book. Thompson, taken aback by the weight of her confession, asked for time to process her story. As the saying goes, "Where there is no shame, there is no honor." The truth was a double-edged sword, cutting both ways. During this period, Alhaji, a wealthy older man, persistently pursued Esther, offering her wealth and security in exchange for becoming his fourth wife. He promised to expand her business and build her a luxurious home. His words were sweet like honey, but Esther knew the sting of a bee lay beneath. The thought of joining a polygamous family was daunting, and the age gap loomed like a mountain. Yet, the promise of stability was tempting. As the Yoruba say, "He who has not traveled widely thinks his mother is the best cook." Esther was at a crossroads, where each path held its own risks and rewards. Esther's journey from darkness to light was marked by resilience and courage. She had no regrets about the choices she made, knowing they were born from necessity. As the saying goes, "When the sun rises, it rises for everyone." She had faced the world with nothing but her wits and determination, and she had survived. Esther is now a committed Christian who attends a growing Pentecostal church in Lagos. Esther is wary of polygamous family, plus the Alhaji is an elderly man. Now that Thompson may not come back, if you are Esther, will you consider Alhaji option? On Thompson's side as man, if you meet a lady like Esther who is honest to reveal her past and now is doing well by herself, will you give such a lady a go for marriage? Or run? Or will you do as Esther, marry Alhaji or wait for Prince Charming? Girls, your move. Guys, your move. Please drop your comment in the comment section. Let us learn from each other.